All right, welcome back, Wildcat fans, to night 2 here in the first round of the 2A-1 regional tournament. I'm joined back up here once again by Shane Martin. And Shane, it's a 2 versus 3 matchup to get us hopefully a ticket punched to next week's state tournament.
I tell you what, Trey, I'm excited. I mean, yeah, you want to punch that ticket tonight. And I know we talked to Coach Freeman, and Coach Freeman said, I want to get this night over with because there's a lot of anxiety, because this is it. Your season is on the line tonight.
Yep. Got the starting lineups for Lifeway Christian happening right now.
All right, we're going with number 1, Jonas Tidwell, and let's go with number 12, Quentin Chad, 22, Caleb Benz, and number 30, we don't have him.
Maybe under your thumb. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, maybe not. Okay.
And then number 13, Dylan Brown.
So I'm pulling these rosters off a scorebook live, just doing the best we can with it. But for the Hector Wildcats, starting up, we got number 0, Ashton Callhorn. Number 1, Caden Story. Number 5, Hunter Kaufman. Number 10, Winston Hull. And number 24, Caleb McLaughlin, standard lineup for Coach Freeman and the Wildcats. And like we said, this is your season is on the line. And
record-wise, Trey, coming into the night, Wildcats 20-5 and finished 6-2 in the conference. They were the district tournament runners-up, losing to Hackett, and that's how we got the 2 seed. And Lifeway comes in 8-14, but 5-5 in their conference. So it's going to be an interesting matchup here tonight. And we are underway. Callhorn wins the tip. And Kaufman's going to come across the timeline. Kaufman whips it over in the corner. Story back up top. Gets it over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin looking for help. Now he gets it to Hull. Winston kicks it over. Kaufman's got a 3 from the wing, and it's off the back of the rim. And there is a rebound by Story. Story goes up and hits the bucket. Good start for the Wildcats, attacking the offensive board and getting the stick back. All right, here we go with Lifeway Warriors. There's a backdoor cut, and the shot is no good. Goes out of bounds, and it's going to go to Hector. Trey, I'm going to go ahead and call number 30, George Barrett. He's listed as the senior, and he looks like the tall center out there. So we'll go with that.
I believe that is correct. I watched a little bit of Lifeway, one of the Lifeway games they had on YouTube, and I was trying to listen for the lineups. I believe that sounds correct. So
if anybody from Lifeway is watching, then they can correct us in the chat room. Winston Hull, 3 in the corner is no good, and it is rebounded by the Warriors. They get it to number 1, Jonas Tidwell. Tidwell comes across the timeline, kicks it over. Here's a drive, goes out of bounds, and that was Caleb Benz that lost it on the drive down to the baseline. So Hector will get it. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Warriors. Hull kicks it over to Callhorn. Callhorn gets in the lane, goes up, left hand, good. Ashton Callhorn is smooth with that drive and uses the left hand. Makes it 4-0 Hector. Here's the Warriors, and here's a steal by Story. Story gets out in front. Layup is good. It is 6-0 now. Hector.
He didn't get down there quite quick enough to see the layup. I apologize. I'm still trying to get this whole camera thing sorted out. But
Barrett's 3 is off, no good. McLaughlin with the board, gets it to Hull. Hector's off and running. Kaufman. Oh, he was going to do the little NBA Euro step, and it got swatted out of bounds by Barrett, but Hector will keep it.
I'll back it out a little bit. It will track it a little bit faster.
6:04 left here in the first. Hector 6, Warriors 0. First round action of the regional tournament. They get it into McLaughlin, comes back to Hull. Hull gets in the lane. Winston going up. Layup is no good. McLaughlin with the offensive board. Keeps it alive. Hull up to Kaufman. Kaufman back over to Hull on the wing. Now Story has it up top. Story looking for help. Gets it to Winston. Winston drives. Kicks it back out. Story's got the wide open 3. And it is good. Peyton Story What a start for Story. He's got 7. We've got a timeout on the floor. It is Hector 9, the Lifeway Warriors 0.
So that's the start that you want to see.
It is exactly the start that
you know,
need.
if you've been sitting around worried that might not start out, you might start out a little bit sluggish. Maybe that's not going to be the case. We'll have to see how it all progresses. 9-0 though.
And Story, I mean,
how many? Like 5 or 7 or 8? 7. Yeah.
7.
Callhorn's got 2 so far.
Story with 7, Callhorn with 2, and we've seen this year when Story gets going, it just leads to better things out there.
Story looking a lot like he did during that Rosebud tournament.
This is Tidwell with it. Tidwell cut off. Now here's a backdoor cut. Goes out of bounds off Dylan Brown. Another turnover by the Warriors. So Hector will take possession. Here's Kaufman back over to Hull. Winston comes across the timeline. Kicks it over to Story. Story, tried to get it inside. McLaughlin's going to try to run it down, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to go to Lifeway, but I thought it went off a Warrior. So did Coach Freeman over there. He was like, because the Warrior player got between McLaughlin and the out of bounds. Nevertheless, here we go. Barrett has it. Gets in the lane. Good defense by Kaufman, but Barrett gets the bucket. And Lifeway is on the board here. 9-2, Hector leads. Kaufman kicks it in the corner to McLaughlin. McLaughlin up top to Story. Story drives, kicks it back out. Now Winston has it. Winston over to Kaufman. 3 in the corner, and it's a little bit long. And the Warriors come away with it. They get it to Tidwell. Tidwell will come across the timeline with it. Kicks it over to Benz. Benz back over to Tidwell. Tidwell directing traffic. Now get it on the baseline. We're going to have a block called on Kaufman. So 4:23 left here in the first, and we've got the first foul of the game, and it's going to go against Kaufman. Kaufman's going to come out, and Stanek is going to come in. Jacob Stanek, the sophomore. And, Trey, we've seen what Stanek can do. He can get hot and reel them off. 16 three-pointers shot against Danville that one night when you were up there with us, and he had 6 of them. So Stanek is dangerous. Barrett's got his second bucket. It's 9-4, so he's starting to warm up a little bit.
I believe one of the Mountainburg kids said that number 30, which is Barrett.
There's a nice move by Story again.
Barrett would be one to watch out for.
Story with 9 here in the first quarter.
Y'all have to excuse that guy.
We're cleaning.
Yeah, he's picking up trash.
Oh, Callhorn flash for the steal. Couldn't get it. Barrett's got the shot, and he gets the bucket. So Barrett has taken over, become a one-man show here for Lifeway as he's got all 6. And it's 11-6. Hector leads. Callhorn has it up top. Callhorn got Barrett on him. So this is a good matchup right here. Winston has it. Winston's got it laying down the block. Kicks it back up top to Stanek. Stanek to Callhorn. Callhorn trying to get open. He's cut off and gets it to Winston. Winston kicks it out. Story, 3-ball is good. Caden Story is riding a Story here in the first quarter. He's got 11. No, let me take that back there. He's got 12.
Yeah.
I cannot add. McLaughlin with the defensive board. Gets it out to Callhorn. Callhorn gets cut off, and ball goes out of bounds. We've got some contact, and it's going to stay with Hector.
Callhorn gets knocked to the floor, but he's back up.
Caden Story, 12 points here. 12 of Hector's 14.
Yeah.
Winston gets it into Callhorn. Callhorn deep 3, and it's off the back of the rim. No good. Oh. And we're going to have a foul on the Warriors as Story went up for the board. And a little bit of an aggressive block out by the Warriors. And that foul is on a number we don't have.
Pass went inside the Callhorn. He goes up, gets his 4th point.
So it's Story and Callhorn.
Yep.
This is Benz with it. Benz gets it to Tidwell. Now they kick it over to Barrett. Here's a drive cut off by Story. Callhorn gets his hands on it, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Warriors. 2:20 left here in the first quarter. It is 16-6. Hector leading. So Lifeway will inbounds from the corner. And knocked out of bounds by Story. It'll stay with Lifeway.
Tell you what, Shane, the last couple of years worth of regionals, first year I was doing live streaming, we had the regionals up there at Hector, and Callhorn had a breakout night against Greenland and shot the lights out on them. Pretty much took control of the entire game. And the next year we was up there in Greenland. We had Yeovil Summit took us to the wire, and hopefully this one's a little bit less intense to have to worry about.
Story has it up top, drives down the lane, layup is good. Caden Story.
14
points here in the first quarter for Caden Story. We are under 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Hector leads by 10, 18-8. Here's a drive by the Warriors. It was cut off by McLaughlin, but the follow-up is good. So it is 18-10 now. Stanek kicks it off to Hull. Winston tried to get it to Landon Keeling down on the baseline. A little bit hot, and Keeling couldn't reel it in. So it turnover to the Warriors, and Lucas Baker has now checked into the ball game for the Wildcats, as Hull will get a breather. Here's a drive to the block, cut off by Stanek and Keeling, and Callhorn comes away with it. It was a loose ball. Callhorn drives, and no foul, as there was a lot of contact. And here's a turnover by the Warriors. So 55 seconds left here in the first, 18-10. Stanek kicks it to Callhorn. Callhorn over to Baker. Back over to Callhorn. Ashton kicks it over to Stanek. Now Story. Oh, there's one of his only misses. Yeah. But the other guy that's got all the points in here in the first quarter cleans it up. It's 20-10 as Callhorn and Story are a two-man show here in the first quarter. Here's a drive by the Warriors, cut off, and they get it to Barrett. Barrett trying to get in on the free throw line. He is cut off by Stanek. And maybe an extra step there, no call. And now we're going to have a jump ball call. Kind of a weird call there.
Yeah.
And it's going to stay with Lifeway. So McLaughlin will check back in. Callhorn's going to get a breather this last 13 seconds. 20-10. Hector leading. Here's the inbounds underneath the Warrior goal. Barrett has it in the corner. Barrett drives baseline, cut off by Stanek. Story is all over him. Good defense by Story. And McLaughlin almost come away with the steal. And now they're going to call backcourt, which was good job there by McLaughlin.
Wildcats going to get it back. 3.1 on the clock. Mine just wants to keep going a little bit further ahead.
So somebody's got to get a shot up. 3 seconds. Story. No.
Man. Close.
And that's going to bring it into the first quarter here in Hackett. It is Hector 20, Lifeway 10.
And if you haven't been able to tell by now, we are on the other side of the court from where we were last night. Y'all are getting a good look at the bench instead of look behind. And it's just kind of the things you have to change up a little bit. When I first got here, there was lots of people sitting up there in the section that we were in last night, and then we changed it up. And then there was a bunch of people showed up over here on this side. But over here looking at the chat real quick. Keith Milton, loving this. Marsha Henderson Dover, let's go, boys. Seth Aiken says, great start. Diane Stanek, Ken and Diane are watching. Carolyn Emerson in here watching with us. Appreciate all y'all. I believe I saw Miss Brenda Housley up there as well. Facebook or YouTube, 128 people. Golly. Anywho, I know I do that a lot, checking this and that, but second quarter, the Wildcat ball starts off.
Hull gets it, comes across the timeline with it. Winston trying to drive on the wing, cut off in the corner. Winston, nice pass to McLaughlin. McLaughlin goes up strong, bucket good. McLaughlin with his first 2 points makes it 22-10 now. Hector leads. Here's a drive, good defense by McLaughlin, and we're going to have a reach in right there. There's 3 Hector Wildcats was on the Warrior there, Caleb Benz, and they're going to call that one on McLaughlin. So they will inbounds underneath the goal. Tidwell, 3 in the corner is no good. Cawhorn skies for the board. Gets it off to Lucas Baker. Baker in the corner, Keeling. Landon tries to drive, gets it to Winston Hull. Winston cut off on the baseline. Back up to Baker. Baker whips it over to McLaughlin. Now Winston has it. Winston kicks it over to Landon Keeling. Landon goes up. Strong move. Bucket good. Nice move by the sophomore right there. Strong post move. It is 24-10 now. Wildcats leading. Here's Benz being cut off by Hull, but he turns around and hits a nice little spin shot right there on the block. Makes it 24-12 now. Hector up by 12. Winston gets it over to Baker. Baker's going to let that 3 fly. A little bit too hard there, and it comes away to the Warriors. Here's Tidwell coming across the timeline. Penetrates, kicks it out to Barrett. Barrett on the wing with it. And good defense by McLaughlin. Almost come away with the steal, but nice little layup there by Dylan Brown right there. Makes it 24-14. Hull kicks it over to Baker. Baker looking for help. Kicks it back over to Winston. Winston gets a drive. Beats his man. Layup too hard. Cawhorn with the stick back. He's still fighting. And it comes away to Dylan Brown. Boy, we had 3 shots right there. Point blank range. Couldn't get it to fall. Tidwell was looking for a backdoor cut. Now he throws it up top to Benz. Benz. And that goes off Cawhorn's foot. It'll stay with the Warriors as Kaufman and Story checks back in. What a first quarter for Caden Story, as he had 14 points in the first quarter for the Hector Wildcats.
Yeah, Story. I've sat and watched that kid just do shoot-arounds in the gym at times. And
look at this right here. Story he outraced 2 Warriors for the steal right there on the errant pass and takes it in for the layup.
It's just talent, man.
And here's another steal as Story comes away with it. Story, and he's going to be fouled on the drive by Dylan Brown. Story looks like a man on a mission tonight.
Story came off the bench a lot last season. Finds himself in the starting role this year, and he's making the best of it. He's played some really good ball this season.
They inbounds to Winston Hull. He gets it down to Story. Story goes up. His shot's no good, and he couldn't get the follow. The Lifeway coach was wanting a charge on Story, but no call. Benz kicks it over to Tidwell. Tidwell kicks it back over. Now Benz has it. Now here's a cross court. Here's a 3 in the corner, and it's off the rim, no good. Story comes away with the rebound, and we've got 2-on-1. Gets it to Cawhorn. Cawhorn comes away with it, and he's going to be fouled. Cawhorn has taken a beating underneath the rim here in this first half.
I tell you what, Cawhorn will get knocked around like a rag doll on a nightly basis, but he just gets up and keeps on going.
So the senior will be at the line for 2 free throws with 4:42 left here in the first half. Hector holding a 12-point lead. Callhorn's first free throw is a little short. He'll get one more. He's got 6 here tonight. Callhorn's second is good. Give him point number 7, and it's 27-14 now. Hector doing a little trapping, and Lifeway was able to beat it. And here's Benz with it. Drives, pulls up, shot is good. I'm sorry, that was Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown with the bucket makes it 27-16. Kaufman quickly gets it to Story. Story drives all the way. Layup is good. Caden Story. Caden Story is hot.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
He is. That bucket is as big as the ocean for him tonight. We're under 4 minutes left here in the first half, and there's a errant shot by Brown, and Callhorn comes away with it. Kaufman at the top with it. Story hands it off to Hull. Winston gets down the lane. Nice feed to McLaughlin. Bucket is, a little bit too hard, but nice pass there by Winston Hull as he found McLaughlin cutting. Here's Tidwell with it. Tidwell kicks it over. Bends. Drives in the lane. Pass down the block. That was a clean.
I'm going to take a look at it.
Take a look at that.
Take a look at it here. Callhorn goes up. Looks like he might have got him on the wrist there a little bit. Second. Well, no, wait a minute. They call that on Callhorn, or they call it? Okay, yeah. That's Callhorn's first foul of the game.
Yeah. Stanek comes in for Kaufman. The first free throw was good. They'll have one more. 3:20 left here in the first half. Second free throws off the back of the rim. Callhorn with the rebound. Ashton will bring it down across the timeline. Kicks it over to Hull. Winston, nice fake. Pulls up. Short jumper, good. Nice move by Winston Hull. And Hull gets on the board tonight with his first bucket. Makes it 31-17. Oh, yes. He had his luggage and everything and took off running. As there's a travel call.
Keeling's going to check back in.
And so we have Keeling, Hull, Stanek, Story, and Callhorn. Winston drives. They're going to call Winston for steps. So back-to-back turnovers. 31-17. Hector leads the Warriors. Tidwell whips it over to Barrett. Hector's done a good job on Barrett. After he scored 6 quick ones, they've kind of shut him down. Tidwell's little runner in the lane is good. So it makes it 31-19 as we've got 2.5 left here in the first half. Callhorn has it on the wing, gets in the lane, left hand. What a sweet move by the senior right there as Callhorn with the little up and under left-handed layup. 33-19. Barrett has it on the wing now. Whips it back up top to Tidwell. Tidwell comes down in the corner with it. Story on him. Now Barrett has it, drives down the block. Spin move, shot, no good off the back of the rim. And there's a fight for the ball, and the Warriors come away with it. They get it in the lane. Left-handed layup is good by Dylan Brown.
Lifeway's trying to stay with it. And they're, staying in this game.
Well, they've kind of calmed down after Hector, come out 9 quick one. Keeling has it. Landon kicks it over to Story. Story's going to lose it. And now there's a battle for it. Story gets back on it.
They're going to try to call a jump ball.
They're going to call a jump ball, but Coach Freeman had the timeout call over here, but there was no official was looking at it.
Nobody paying attention. That's tragic.
So it's 33-21 with about 1:15 left here in the first half. Tidwell whips it inside. This is Benz with it. I'm sorry, Dylan Brown. And Brown gets the bucket. Brown's got 8 here in the first half. It's a 10-point lead for Hector. Stanek 3 from the wing is a little bit too hard. Lifeway trying to get some momentum here in this last minute. Tidwell spins. His little fadeaway jumper is no good. Hull comes away with it. And Winston loses it. And now Kaufman's diving for it. We've got bodies on the floor. And it's going to be Hector's ball with 31 seconds left. You got to give credit to Kaufman right there. Kaufman dove from about 5 feet away.
Kaufman and Story both having to dive out on it and try to.
So Hector, shot clock, there's just a hair difference.
Getting knocked away from Kaufman there.
No, there is no difference now. I'm looking at both of them.
Yeah.
So Hector can run it down for the final shot if they choose. But somehow I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, there's a turnover. 21 seconds left here in the first half.
Looking to get that pass inside to Callhorn, and Callhorn just got a hand up on it, and it just ricocheted off his fingers and went on out of bounds.
So Lifeway is going to have what could be the final possession here of the first half if they choose. And it looks like they will as it's running down to 10 seconds. Benz has it up top. We're at 7, 6, 5. Benz trying to go one-on-one with Story. And his shot is no good. Hull with the rebound. And that's going to bring it into the first half here in Hackett in the first round of the regionals. It is Hector 33, Lifeway 23.
Yeah, this is the last game of the first round. We got the late game here on night 2. And
you know, Trey, just looking back at the first half here, I mean, just a smooth first half. Probably, if you want to talk to Coach Freeman, he'd tell you he wasn't probably too happy with the last 2 minutes there.
Yeah.
It's kind of sluggish right there.
Yeah, just a little bit. Like I said, you started out really good in the first quarter and kind of slowed back a little bit. And, you let Lifeway get back in within 10 as we go into the half. We'll go ahead and we'll take a look over here at our brackets real quick. We'll give you some updating on that. Let me figure out what buttons I'm supposed to push here. We'll look at the girls' side first. The Alpena Hackett game at 4 o'clock. That one was won by Alpena. And Mountainburg Lifeway Christian, that one was won by the Mountainburg Lady Dragons a little bit ago, right before this one. So move them 2 over, and then you'll have a semifinal Acorn and Alpena, and then Mountainburg and Ozark Mountain. And over on the boys' side of things, got Ozark Mountain and Mountainburg. They played the early boys game at 5:30. Ozark Mountain ended up finishing that one out. I think they had a kid get injured. They had a med-flight kid out of here.
Yeah.
Maybe broke his arm from the way it looked. And then you got this game that's going on right now, Hector and Lifeway Christian. And like I said, hopefully by the end of the night, we are talking about punching a ticket to state. And we're sliding over into that spot underneath Ozark Catholic, getting ready to play them tomorrow. But we got about 8 minutes worth of halftime. We're going to kick it out to a quick halftime break. We'll be back with you for the start of the second half here in just a little bit right here on Cat TV.
At At Chambers Bank, we believe banking should be anytime. Need to pay a friend? Send money to just about anybody safely and securely with People Pay. Because anytime banking should always be anytime.
Hi, I'm Kelly Hughes with Pope and Johnson County Title. We're a family-owned company serving the Arkansas River Valley. We have an office in Russellville and in Clarksville, but we do title searches and closings for any county in the state. So for all of your title or closing needs, give us a call at 968-4853 for our Russellville office or 647-3153 for our Clarksville office.
Safeguarding your building from the elements starts at the top. Use the company that's worked hard to earn the reputation as a top commercial roofing company in the area, Miller Roofing. Miller Roofing Company is local, family-owned, and their full-service team has been in business for over 30 years. Extensive experience working hand-in-hand with product manufacturers for new roofs, coatings, repairs, and re-roofs on many different types of commercial properties. We also know the importance of getting construction finished quickly. Contact us for a free consultation on your roof today.
United Welding Institute of Arkansas provides training services for sought-after skills in the welding business, including oil fields, pipelines, refineries, and power plants. We understand the growing demand for experienced welders, and our trainers are proficient and equipped with the current know-hows in the welding industry. Since 2013, we devote our business into training and molding students to become full-fledged welders, as well as offering assistance to find job opportunities. United Welding Institute, where the next generation of welders are born.
You go nowhere by accident. Wherever you go, God is sending you. Wherever you are, God has put you there. He has a purpose in which you are present. Christ who dwells in you has something He wants to do through you. You believe this and go in His grace, go in His love, and go in His power. You be the one.
All right, welcome back to Hackett, Arkansas. Getting ready for the second half of this senior boys game. And I apologize for having senior girls showing on that halftime screen. Usually go through and check everything like that. That one just slipped through the cracks. Y'all know how I am. I'm a little bit scatterbrained sometimes. But, yeah, second half, Wildcats with a 10-point lead. It's going to be Lifeway's ball to start us off.
All right, folks. Tidwell comes across the timeline. He's guarded by Kaufman. Now Barrett has it. Kicks it back to Tidwell, and we get a hand in there as Callhorn knocks it away. Now he comes down the floor, trying to go baseline. He's cut off. Finds hole, cut to the basket. Oh,
man.
Couldn't get it to fall right there. And Lifeway comes away with it. Barrett has it. And he gets to the free throw line. He's cut off, and now he dishes off as Chad has it. And here's a steal by Kaufman. Kaufman coming down. Kicks it in the corner. Holt's got a three, and it is in and out. No good. Here comes Chad with it. Kicks it off to Tidwell. Here's a drive, and Benz has it blocked. His reverse layup is no good. And then Hector is still coming away with it. We're going to get a charge right there as there was a push-off. It's about as blatant as you want.
Yeah. Man, sent Story back flying.
Story had no Academy Award acting on that one. He was pushed. Winston has it now up top to McLaughlin. McLaughlin kicks it over. Kaufman, little pump fake. Now he kicks it into Callhorn. Callhorn, little power hook, and it's good. Callhorn with 11, and it's 35-23 now. Hector leads. Here's a cut in the lane. Turnaround jumper is good, and that is Chad with the bucket. Story has it. Story drives baseline. I tried to force it into McLaughlin, but Callhorn comes away with it. Now gets it to Hull. Kaufman has it. Kaufman drives in the lane, hands it off to Story. Story layup is good. What a night for this young man. Caden Story, 37-25 now. Hector leads by 12. Story has 20 here on the night. Kaufman, good hustle with the steal, and we're going to have a foul on Tidwell right there. Good sportsmanship as both helped each other off the floor. Good hustle by Kaufman to cause the turnover, and then he drew the foul, and Tidwell picks up his first. So Hector has it now. Story cut off, gets it to Callhorn. Callhorn trying to get in the lane, pulls up, free throw line jumper off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Warriors. They get it to their point guard, Tidwell. Tidwell picked up by Kaufman. Here's Brown with it. Callhorn gets a steal. And look out, folks. Here we go. Showtime. Ashton Callhorn with the stump. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 5:28 left here in the third. It is 39-25. Hector leads by 14.
Tell you what, I was down there on it for that dunk. I've missed so many. I was right on it. Got a replay of it. Good job, Ash.
You know somebody like Ashton that gets that knock away, and he's like, his eyes probably got that big. Because
he's sitting there thinking, gimme, gimme.
So 39-25.
Nope, I forgot to give him the score on it, though. 39-25. Get everything back in order.
Hector has really turned up the defensive intensity here in the third. They had a lot of hands, knockaways, get some steals. Just good hustle all around defensively here tonight. Tidwell being guarded by Kaufman. Now here's a double team. McLaughlin gets his hands in on it, but Tidwell come away with it. And nice hustle back by Callhorn as they tried to lob it in there, but you're going to have to lob it high to get it over Ashton.
I'll tell you what, Callhorn can jump out of the gym And so, yeah, you're going to have to really be working on that lob.
Story tried to get in there with the left hand, couldn't get it to fall. Under 5 left here in the third. It's 39-25. Hector leads by 14. Tidwell kicks it over to Barrett. Barrett's going to let the thing fly, and it is no good. Rebounded. McLaughlin had it and just had it stripped away, and the stick back by Benz is good. You got to be tough. You got to hold that thing.
You've got a couple of different attempts at it there, and McLaughlin usually pretty good about bringing it down.
Hull over to Kaufman. Now they get it to Callhorn on the block. Spin move, layup is good. Callhorn having a third quarter here tonight. It's just kind of going back and forth. Is it Story's quarter or Callhorn's quarter? Yeah. Here's what a wild shot there. As Barrett tried to follow it up as Benz went in there with 2 hands, couldn't get it to fall. Winston had it knocked away, gets it to Story, and they're going to keep it with Hector here as it was knocked out by Lifeway. 3:54 left here in the third. Hector holding a 14-point lead, 41-27. Winner of tonight's game punches the ticket to Cedar Ridge next week for the state tournament. Story, Callhorn, whips it over to Hull. Winston, back up top. Story has it. Story gets in the lane, left hand, and he's going to be fouled and will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Good job on the drive. Going up with it, getting the contact.
He's had a terrific night here tonight, the junior. First free throw is good.
Keeling going to check in for Caleb McLaughlin. Old Tater going to go take a seat on the bench for a little bit.
Story looking for point number 22 right there, and he gets it. 43-27. Tidwell being guarded by Kaufman. Tidwell gets to the free throw line, kicks it out in the corner. Here's a baseline drive. And landed. Keeling gets the steal. Good defense. And we're off and running. Callhorn gets it out in front. Nice little layup there by Callhorn.
Missed that one. Sorry.
You got the dunk, though.
Yeah, I got the dunk.
Yeah. Here's a knockaway by Story, but it comes to Tidwell. 45-27, 3 minutes left here in the third. Here's a baseline drive by Benz, and we're going to have a block. It's going to be called on Hector, and it's going to be on Caden Story. They get it into Barrett. Up top now to Tidwell. He lets the 3 fly, and it's a little short, and Callhorn comes away with the board. As we're under 3 minutes left here in the third, Callhorn with it up top, kicks it over to Hull. Winston back to Keeling. Keeling, 3 at the top is good. Landon Keeling buries the 3 ball. And we've got a timeout on the floor. (48-27). Hector has opened this up to a 21-point lead.
I'm sitting here trying to adjust in my seat here a little bit so I can. Legs and feet are starting to go numb.
Anybody watching want to donate cushions to the broadcast crew? Because these the seats here are not comfortable.
These are very odd little, almost like boat seats, but
yeah, that's exactly what they are like.
Marcia Henderson Dover, Trey, you're doing a great job with the camera. Something for Ashton to remember. I appreciate it. Just sometimes you get to it, sometimes you don't, and it gets past you a little bit. And I haven't. I try not to move this camera so fast that it makes anybody seasick. That's the objective. But, yeah. Anyway. He said, I got the dunk. I'd have kicked myself if I hadn't got the dunk.
So as we resume action after the timeout, it is Lifeway's ball, 2.5 left here in the third. Tidwell comes across the timeline, being guarded by Kaufman. Whips it over now to Benz. Benz. And we're going to have a backcourt call right there as the errant pass. You cannot say enough about Hector's defense this third quarter. It has really turned up the pressure.
They got Lifeway rattled a little bit right now.
So Hector will inbounds. Winston gets it into Keeling. Keeling. He got a little confused right there. And, he was going to throw it to the left, and then he'd come back to the right, but he took a step.
I tell you what, Landon, you just got yourself a 3. We'll let that one slide.
We're getting close to the 2-minute mark here in the third. Hector leads by 21. Good defense by Winston as he's putting a lot of pressure up top. And here's Benz. Benz going to get the layup and going to get a chance to go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. As he got by Keeling, and then Keeling fouled him.
Landon, we let you get away with the walk. Oh, no. Keeling's a very talented player. Good
He's a
kid.
sophomore.
Yeah.
He's got a tremendous upside.
Oh, yeah.
48-30 now. Hector leads by 18. Keeling looking, gets it into Story. Story's got it on the block. A little left-handed move. Could get it fall, but Cawhorn is there for the follow-up. Lifeway comes across, gets it in the free throw line, and almost stolen by Keeling. Good pressure. Benz finally gets it. Blocked by Cawhorn. It'll stay with the Warriors. 50-30, 128 left here in the third. Winner punches ticket to the state tournament next week in Cedar Ridge. And, Winston almost come away with the steal, but Tidwell has it. Kicks it in the corner. Here's the 3 ball is good by Dylan Brown, and that is number 11 for him tonight. Story has it up top. Story with 22 here tonight. Winston, pull-up jumper. It was partially blocked. Keeling fights for it, but can't come away with it. And Tidwell is off and running now, and he'll pull up as he crosses half court for the Warriors. Hands it to Benz. Caleb kicks it over. Here's a 3 in the corner, and it's good. Back-to-back threes by the Warriors, makes it 50-36. So we get up by 20 and then back-to-back threes. Yep. Keeling's going to answer, and no, but Cawhorn with the offensive board, and he gets the stick back as Cawhorn has 10 here in the third. As we're down to the final 25 seconds left here in the third. Hector leads by 16. Shot clock is off. So Lifeway is going to play for the final shot here in the third. Benz has it up top. We're down to 5 seconds. 4, 3, Benz. Cut off by Story. Good defense by Story. Excellent defense by Story to end the third right there. And Hector leads going into the fourth quarter, 52-36.
Tell you what, yeah, Coach Freeman's got to be pretty happy with how this team has handled themselves in this game, and just where they're at. Weren't sure what kind of situation we'd be dealing with out of Lifeway. We didn't know a whole lot about them, and but Freeman had about a day or two to examine some film and figure some things out, and he's done it.
Well, he's got the dynamic dynamic duo here tonight as Callhorn has 21, Story has 22. They've got 43 of the 52.
We get ready for the final quarter of play here in this first round.
But I say that, Trey, but you have to give credit to everybody that's been on the floor with their defense tonight.
Yeah.
The defense has been outstanding.
Wildcats will have it. Start us off here in the fourth.
All right, Keelan gets it into Kaufman as we are ready, 8 minutes away from punching a ticket to Cedar Ridge. And it's going to get knocked out of bounds, stay with Hector. And winner will move on to the semis tomorrow night against Ozark Catholic. Kaufman has it. McLaughlin in the corner, and he was a little late with the pass right there, trying to get Callhorn just a little bit late as Callhorn had flashed open. He gets knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Hector as Kaufman will inbounds. Here's the lob into Callhorn. It was knocked away, but McLaughlin comes away with it. Now Story has it. Story's little runner in the lane. No good. Gets his own offensive board. Callhorn, three from the wing is short. Story fighting for the offensive board, and it comes away to Lifeway. Benz gets it off to Barrett. Now Barrett hands it back to Caleb Benz. Benz whips it in the corner to Barrett. Barrett, three is good. And it is 52-39. It is a 13-point lead for Hector. Just when you think you get a lead built on them, Trey, they come back.
That's the kind of thing you expect in a regional. You know, both teams are here for a reason.
Well, Coach Freeman didn't like that pressure right there that Lifeway was putting defensively on the Wildcats, so he called the timeout.
First timeout that Hector has called tonight. And take a look over here. Another again at the chat. Got my dad in here again. Appreciate him jumping in with us. Michelle Holt watching. Ashley Humphrey watching. Marcia Henderson Dover. She's really talkative tonight, Shane. And
that's the Marcia we know.
There you go.
We love you, Marcia. Kaufman has it. Story whips it into Callhorn. Callhorn gets in the lane, and he's going to be fouled as he was fixing to go up for a power move, but it was fouled by Barrett. Oh, they called that one on Dylan Brown. That's his third. Story to Winston. Winston back to Story. Story cutting in the lane to McLaughlin. Whips it back to Winston. Winston spin move, kicks it out. Kaufman, three ball is good. Kaufman with the three. (55-39) now. Hector leads by 16. Brown kicks it over to Barrett. Barrett and Callhorn. What a hustle there by Callhorn as McLaughlin will pick it up. Gets it to Hull. Winston now decides to wait for help. Gets it to Callhorn. Now here's Story. Three at the top, and it's off the side of the rim. No good as Tidwell comes away with it. We're under 6 minutes left here in the game. Hector leads by 16. Tidwell whips it to Brown. Jumper in the lane, no good. Defensive board by Callhorn. Ashton gets it off to Kaufman. Kaufman across the timeline. Now he'll set the offense up. Callhorn, there's a cutting Story. Now back up top to McLaughlin. Now Kaufman has it. Kaufman down to Callhorn on the block. Spin move, shot no good. He gets his own rebound. Goes back up, and he'll draw the foul and go to the free throw line.
Callhorn doing a very good job down there underneath, getting whatever comes down, trying to go back up with it.
like we talked about the first half, he'll take a beating inside, but he can dish it out too. Callhorn's free throw is good. He will get one more.
It amazes me that, in like a tournament situation, you got kids that can go out here, play this game, get beat up, like Callhorn does, and come right out the next night and play again.
Do it again. And that's what Hector's going to have to do if they, hold on and win this. They're going to do 3 in 3 nights.
Mm-hmm.
And the second free throw is good because this win tonight will guarantee you Friday and Saturday action.
Yep. You're either going to be part of a championship game or you'll be part of a third-place game.
Here's Benz, dumps it down to Brown. Brown almost lost it out of bounds and it's recovered. Benz, and they're going to call a foul. 5:09 left here in the ball game. Hector leading by 18. So that's going to put Benz at the line. His first free throw is no good. He'll get one more. Second free throw is good. That's 5 for Benz on the night. 57-40. Callhorn with it. Whips it over to McLaughlin. Now Kaufman has it. Kaufman looking inside. Now he gets it to Callhorn. Callhorn clears everybody out. He's got 3 of them on him, and he couldn't get it to fall. And here comes the Warriors off and running. Brown. Wow, we're going to have a foul called on Kaufman. And it's going to put Brown at the line. I mean, we don't have to start getting our quota of foul calls in here in the final.
Both teams sitting with 2 right now, team fouls.
But they've let a lot go tonight, and then all of a sudden we're tightening up here in this fourth.
Yeah.
57-42.
I see a message from Charles Deering in the chat. If we win this, we will play Ozark Catholic tomorrow, late game again.
Callhorn 3 is good.
Golly.
Callhorn from Fort Smith makes the 3.
Buried that one from range. What the kids would call a sniper.
60-42. Here's a 3 by the Warriors. Off the rim, no good. Barrett with the board. Goes out of bounds. It'll go to Hector. So I didn't think this would happen as well as Story took off, but now Callhorn is past Story.
It is their world, and we're just living in it.
Story coming down the floor. He's going to try to beat his man to the block. Spin move, and Story heard us talking about it up here. Bucket is good by Caden.
Not to be outdone.
I know. 62-42. And Callhorn gets his hands in there and gets kicked out of bounds off the Warriors.
Well, I was afraid that Hunter may have got a toe touch on that ball as it was rolling, but referee's giving it to the Wildcats. So.
And we're under 4 minutes left. Hector holding a 20-point lead, 62-42. Story gets in the lane. Little runner is good. You would think Story heard us talking up here now.
Right? I know his dad likes to turn on the live stream while he is sitting inside of the gym. And so you never know. Corey might have put a bug in somebody's ear.
There's a charge right there as it was taken by Kaufman. Good defensive.
Hunter Kaufman.
Yeah, good defense.
That's the charge specialist right there.
64-42, 3:29 left as Stanek will come in and Callhorn's going to go to the bench. Winston coming across, gets it across the timeline. Now he's going to be double teamed up top. Kicks it in the corner to Kaufman. And we're going to have a foul on Tidwell.
That foul number 11, Jonas Tidwell, his second personal foul of the long game.
So they get it to Keeling, back up to Kaufman.
No.
Oh, almost a throwaway, but Winston grabbed it. Now Story has it. Story. And we've hit the 3-minute mark here in this final quarter of play. Hector holding a 22-point lead. Story tried to split 2 defenders and lost the dribble. And Tidwell comes out with it. And Keeling's going to rob him. So he tried to lob it underneath the goal. Now Kaufman has it up top. Story. Back to Stanek. Stanek over to Kaufman. Now to Keeling. Keeling whips it down to Story. Good pass. Story had it blocked. And it comes away to Lifeway. Barrett pulls up, and it's swatted by Winston Hull as Winston come from behind him and blocked his 3-point attempt. Story's going to let it fly, and it is off the side of the rim. But Keeling gets the board, and its follow-up's no good. Barrett pulls it down. And here's the outlet pass.
Like Story was holding on to his hand or something down there. I don't know if I don't think he's hurt.
And Coach Freeman wants a timeout, and he sees.
Story, like I said, kind of moving around a little bit slow. Had a hold of his arm or wrist. I'm not sure which one he had, but.
Well, I mean, let's look at what kind of night. It's wore out.
Yeah, got to be, you know.
His point production, it is wore out tonight.
Charles Deering in the chat says definitely need a huge crowd tomorrow and should be a heck of a game. Yeah, I mean, Hector's got a pretty good contingent of fans here at the moment. You know, but, yeah, as the tournament progresses, they usually will pick up and how many we have show up. But like I said, if you I've said it in the post the last couple of days, if you're planning on making the trip out here to watch anything in person, you have to buy your tickets online at GoFan link. But we're back to action now, so I'll shut up.
Keeling drives, layup is good. Sophomore got the step on his defender and hit the layup. So that is point number 7 for Landon Keeling. And we're a minute and a half left. Hector leading by 24. And we're going to have a foul on the Wildcats.
Keeling's going to be the recipient. Mountain Man Hayden Millsap's going to check in for Winston Hull. See how they deal with the Mountain Man.
Trey, I can't make this up. Callhorn 26, Story 26 tonight.
Wow. I think Ben probably had an idea of how many they were getting, so he's going to let them match up and then pull them both out.
Here's a deep 3 by the Warriors. Keeling goes up for the board, holds on to it, and gets it to Stanek as we are getting close to the 1-minute mark. Here's Lucas Baker. Back up top. Keeling has it in the corner. Back to Stanek. Stanek's got a wide open 3, and it's off the back of the rim. No good. And Baker gets the rebound. Good hustle by Baker. Millsaps kicks it off to Keeling. Stanek's going to try 3 from this corner, and that one is good.
Been waiting on Stanek to get another shot up there.
69-42. Hector leads by 27. Here's a drive to the block, cut off by Stanek and Keeling, and almost a steal by Austin White. Here's a deep 3 at the top by the Warriors, and I can't call that a pass. That was a 3, but the follow-up was good by the Warriors, 69-44. Here's Stanek up top, 10 seconds left. White to Baker to Millsaps. 2 seconds.
Hector fans hollering, shoot it, shoot it.
And that's the ball game. And Hector Senior Boys have punched the ticket to Cedar Ridge next week for the state tournament with a 69-44 win over the Lifeway Warriors. And Hector will move on to the semifinals tomorrow night against Ozark Catholic, which we anticipate is going to be a tough one, Trey.
Could be a knockdown drag-out.
A coach that knows Hector very well.
Coach that knows Ben, and Ben and Cody have talked a lot this week, I think, from what Ben has indicated. So this is going to be fun. Yeah, if anybody was familiar with the time that Cody Vaught was here at Hector, it's going to be a big one.
But recapping this one, hats off. Caden Story, coming right off the bat, came out hot. Yep. With 12 in the first quarter, ended up with 26. Callhorn picked it up in the second half and did his damage. He ends up with 26. And but overall, from the Hector Wildcats tonight, tremendous defensive effort tonight.
One of the things while you were talking about that, I got to look at here at the screen, and Winston Hull, always the little politician that he is, out there in the middle talking to the Lifeway, giving handshakes and this and that. Always like the best kid you're ever going to meet in your life, I guarantee it. Wildcats down there in front of the bracket, getting their picture taken so that the Hackett social media group can post that up.
Now, if you're the Hector Senior Boys, you can breathe.
Yep.
Come play loose. And you're on house money.
There you go.
Just go for that regional tournament championship. But also, you can improve your seeding for next week in Cedar Ridge.
Yep. Let's take one more quick look at the boys bracket. And there you see it. Wildcats will advance. They will play Ozark Catholic tomorrow night. Once again, the late game, 8:30. So if you're planning on coming out, come on out and join us. And if you're not, then you know where to find us right here again on Cat TV. But I think with that said, we're going to go ahead and shut everything down, get everything packed up. We'll see y'all back here again tomorrow night here in Hackett.
And
for the semifinals.
And once again, I'm not kidding. We will take donations for seat cushions.
Oh, Lord. Everybody have a good rest of your night. Appreciate everybody that tuned in with us. Your final 69-44 Wildcats over the Lifeway Warriors. Everybody have a good night. Go Cats. If I can get my thing to work here. Yeah, once again, good night, everybody.